It is 6:25 a.m. and I'm here to tell you good morning. I'm just now walking on the blue blaze almost to the white. Just a couple more steps and I'll be on the AT. All right, so I set my alarm for 5:30, but I turned it off beforehand. It's kind of cool right now. It's like 59 degrees, well, 50 something degrees. I don't really know. I was guessing off of what the forecast was. But it was a cool night, which meant good sleeping. I heard Moss's alarm go off, and I woke up by that at 4:45. But then, of course, she snoozed that several times. And I ended up just turning mine off. But since it was pretty, I guess, humid or damp, so we had a bunch of gunk in the bottoms of our tent. So it took a little longer for me to clean mine off. Moss is still back up there cleaning her tent now. She's mostly packed, so she won't be too far behind. And let's see what's on tap today. We got, I think, Mountainside Cafe. It's about a half mile off trail, but it's supposed to have really good food. It's like the comments say, or the description says that it is a farm to table place. I think the employees are all like people that are sober and they're trying to teach them work skills or something, but it's supposed to be really good. So we're gonna go there and then we should cross 1500 today. It's always exciting to get another 100 milestone. So anyway, if I see anything cool, I'll show you. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be trucking north. It's a beautiful morning, but we're back to Boulder, and I hope it'll be short-lived though. All right, you see the blazes. We're going there, I guess, between these two big rocks. All right, here we go. I'm gonna climb up through there. I'm not sure if I can make it with my pack on. Let's try. All right, wish me luck. Almost walked right by this guy. I'm not sure what he is, but I think he may be venomous. I'm a little bit afraid to get too... Yeah, I'm not sure what he is. I have to find that one out. All right, so I am pretty sure that was a rattlesnake. It didn't rattle at all. It definitely looked like a pit viper. The head had covered eyelids. I was fairly close to him. And then I zoomed in with my camera. So I called Moss to see where she was because it was right by the edge of the trail. She was exactly a mile back. So I told her exactly where it was, told her to be careful, keep an eye out, because it was on the left side of the trail. So you could easily just kind of skirt around on the right side to give it enough room. But I did submit a picture to a snake identification group on Facebook. And I should get a pretty quick response on that. So I'll let y'all know what it is for sure in a bit. I was right. That sucker is venomous. It's a timber rattler. It looked like a rattler, but it was smaller than I've only seen one rattler in the wild. And it was a timber as well. It was last year. It was a lot bigger than that one I just saw today. And it looked a little different. That one being coiled up in the shadows. I was pretty certain it was a pit viper. And I Googled venomous snakes in Connecticut, and there's only a timber rattler and a copperhead. I knew it wasn't a copperhead, so I thought it was a timber rattler. But I got the answer back on the Quick ID group on Facebook. It, in fact, is a timber rattler. So that is the first rattlesnake I've seen this trail so far. And I walked about, probably inside of 4 feet of it. But it didn't seem to be alarmed at all. It never moved a muscle. never rattled, and I got by it okay. Hopefully, I'm sure Moss will too. She knows where it's at, so, and she could walk right by it and it probably wouldn't bother her. But anyway, all right. If I can keep from falling, timber rattlesnake count is now 1 for this hike. Holy cow, what a morning. So all of a sudden to my right, I'm walking here, I hear something start running. I look over, I see a big black body running away through the brush. It was a bear. The only thing it could have been. Looked just like a bear's butt, kind of swaying back and forth as it took off, but I never got a better look at it. That's bear number 8, rattlesnake number 1, both in the same like 30-minute time frame. Woo woo! I turned my phone on to text Moss to let her know about the bear, and as soon as I turned on, I had a text from her that she saw the rattlesnake and made it past it with no problem. So we're all good with that snake. Hopefully everybody behind us, which we've seen like nobody, so I'm sure it won't bother anybody. Anyway, let's see. Hopefully I can see the bear long enough that I can get my camera and get a picture or video. I'll tell you what, I still would like to see a copperhead from a safe distance, and I would also like to see, I want to see moose. I've only seen 1 moose in the wild in Wyoming on a motorcycle trip, and I hope when I get up a little bit further north, I get to see some moose. Another garter snake. Check out this view of a racetrack. I'd like to be driving one of those suckers. I wasn't even expecting this sign. I was just walking along, saw a sign on the side of the path. I thought, what the heck is that? Look at that. 700 miles to Mount Katahdin. Huh. Man, stuff's getting real. Only 700. I mean, I say only. 700 is a lot, but I mean, we've done almost 1,500 right now, so my goodness. Congratulations to me. So we're actually on the trail right now. We got a road walk. And here's the Housatonic. I always want to say Mahusatonic, like the Mahusik Notch coming up north, but Housatonic River. Anyway, we're gonna road walk for a bit, and this is the trail. So the trail's gonna go off of this road. And I think we're gonna stay on the road to go get cheeseburgers. Moss has decided she wants a wrap and double order of fries.
And a Coke.
All right, so this was the Mountainside Cafe, and this is Moss, in case y'all haven't met her. All right, so we're gonna do our road walk back towards the trail, and let us tell you, that was the best food we've had in a long time. Like on trail that we had to pay for. Like Jill, Frodo's mom, probably made the best food we had like on trail total.
Yeah, that woman can cook.
Yeah, but this place is by far the best like restaurant type food. The burger was like $15, but I think that's just the going rate up here in Connecticut. And it was good, man. And I had 2 iced lattes and a milkshake as well. Moss had an iced latte, a hot coffee, and a Coke. We sat there for, I'm afraid to say this out loud. We sat there for almost 3 hours, but they had the best Wi-Fi. Like it was the fastest upload speeds I've seen on trail. When I did the test, because I always test first to see if it's gonna be worth my time. I uploaded a 29-minute video in less than 15 minutes. Usually that would take hours, like at a hotel. And Moss is gonna tell you, hold on, wait till you can like look at the phone because they probably can't hear you.
And we charged our stuff, threw our trash away, and filled our water bottles. They filled our water bottles for us.
We had a productive visit there, so now we're back heading to the trail. So here's our dilemma. We have, we would definitely have to hit the 1,500 mile mark. There's a designated camp area just before that, so that's no good because we're going to 15. And then the next designated camp spot is like 7 or 8 miles past that one. And they seem to be pretty strict in Connecticut about no stealth camping. Normally we wouldn't really care too much about those rules, quite frankly. However, the trail clubs here like see to it that there are no stealth camping spots. The few places I've seen that people have kind of done some stealth camping, they've thrown rocks and logs and stuff in them, so not sure what we're gonna do. We did find some comments. There's a guy doing trail magic at a place that would give us about 19 point something for the day, and he's gonna be there. He says he's camping tonight and tomorrow night. He's got food, beer, and minor resupply stuff. It's at a parking lot, so we're gonna just see what, if we find a spot before that, great, because we don't really need to do that much since we stayed at this restaurant for 3 hours. But if we can't find a stealth spot before that, we'll probably just try to camp in this parking lot with this guy that's doing trail magic. So anyway, this video is getting long enough. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Look who we ran into. It's Onesimus, the ice cream man. He gave us carrying ice cream sandwiches. I met him last year. He was walking across the bridge and I looked at Moss and said, "It's the ice cream man."
Yes,
Thank you very much, man. We are going to some huge waterfalls. I'm gonna show you when we get closer. I can see them, but the camera won't be good through all these trees. They are the biggest ones on trail by far. Wow, look at these things. Watch my legs. Just being hikers, man. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? All right, we've been climbing for a few minutes, maybe a little more than a few minutes. It was almost a 900-foot climb, stretched over a mile, but it really wasn't too bad. I mean, I'm huffing and puffing, but not too bad. Worst part about the climb was the bugs swarming my face the whole time. Anyway, I'm gonna not sit around here too long because we are really, really close to, you know what, this next big milestone. Start heading down and get to it. All right, it is 5:45. We're almost to the 1,500 mile mark. But as we're planning the evening, we were thinking, okay, we need to get water. So we just walked a quarter mile off trail, so half-mile round trip to a reliable water source. And it was dry. Moss is up ahead of me a few feet, and she said, "Don't let me in that video because I'll be cussing." So, because I always have to redo them when she starts doing that. Anyway, so we got a half mile for nothing off trail. So our plan now is to hit the 1,500, and then in 1.6 from now, there's supposed to be another reliable water source. Hopefully this one's actually reliable. And then, see, there's no camping for another, like no legal camping for what, 7 or 8 more miles? So we're not doing that because it's already, like I said, almost 6 o'clock. And we've had a pretty full day. And plus we had a good break. It's been a really good day overall. I'm thrilled. I just did a rundown of how great my day was. And Moss did like the contrary of her day. It was like, I was the, what's the word, optimist. And she was the pessimist.
It was the same but different.
It was the same day but different. Like I saw the bear, she didn't see the bear. I'm so excited about seeing that rattlesnake. She said she almost died of a snake bite. So anyway, we're hoping that there's water at this next source and then we can find somewhere to camp, even though we're not supposed to. Honestly, come on, Connecticut. It's crazy that we can't stealth camp. You can stealth camp everywhere. And the thing is, the other states, there's still plenty of places that stealth camp, even as long as you're, eco-friendly about it, there's no problems. Here, there's nowhere to do it. So there's apparently a guy doing trail magic in a parking lot, and he's camping there all weekend. So we may, if we have to, we may try to just get to that parking lot and camp with him. He was a pass-through hiker. Moss said maybe he has water. He put on that post that he has beer. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Holy cow. I'm going to turn this camera on just a second. Wow. This is the best view we've had in a long time. How gorgeous.
Yeah, this is breathtaking.
Anyway, we'll let you know when we figure out our lives.
My camera just doesn't do it justice.
Hey y'all, guess what? If you remember, several months ago, we started walking from before Springer Mountain. We started walking in Amicalola Falls, but the trail started at Springer. Look at that. 1,500 miles. That's cool. That's real cool. I don't even have any words other than good job to us. We just walked 1,500 miles. That's so many miles. Hey everybody, I'm gonna make this one quick because I took a lot of video today. We had an action-packed day. So the rattlesnake, saw a bear, saw the biggest waterfall on trail, I think. By far the biggest one I've seen so far. Had a really good day. We just did a little over 16. There's an issue with camp spots, and there's camp restrictions. We may or may not have followed those restrictions this evening. But anyway, we were going to try to do another 1 or 2 this evening, but it really wasn't going to make a difference when we got to town on Sunday. Like, it'd be an hour one way or the other, and it just seemed to work out that we found a spot here, and there was no guarantees of anywhere else to sleep for another, 6 miles. So anyway, we went ahead and stopped. Great day. We have not cooked or anything yet, so I need to throw a bear line and we'll cook and eat our dinner. I'm sitting in the tent right now just because the bugs are horrible. So anyway, see you in the morning. Have a good night. Good morning. It's 7:20 a.m. We didn't set alarms or anything this morning. Good morning. Moss is still in her tent, but she's getting close to ready. I'm going to just mosey real slow here, and she's going to catch me because there's a guy with trail magic set up in 3 miles. Now, I want to tell you, we did not see any hikers yesterday at all, except for a couple day hikers around that waterfall. We did not see one through hiker the entire day. We set up camp here. You can probably see her over there in her tent, maybe. If I stop moving. Maybe not. We set up camp here 2 hours or so before dark. Never saw one hiker come through. And no hikers came through this morning. So I don't know what's going on. Nobody's anywhere, but hey, I'm not complaining about that. So I'm gonna try to keep the video short today because yesterday was such a big day. I have way too much footage to have that much footage 2 days in a row. So we're planning to do only 16 today and then just under 8 tomorrow to get into Great Barrington. And we've decided we're probably gonna go ahead and zero there on Monday. Today is Saturday, and that's going to be our last zero together and our last time we're staying together. So there's a hotel right across the street from the brewery. So that is our plan, to go hang out for one last zero. Oh, there's another good tent spot right there. Of course illegal, but it's there. Anyway, so that's it for today. We do have one big mountain to climb. It's described in the guidebooks as a grueling climb, and that's Mount Everett. Not Mount Everest, Mount Everett. All right, we just finished up Trail Magic from class of 2019 Gravy Train. He made us some awesome sandwiches, and I met my first Sobo. So it's the first southbounder that I've run into. His name was LJS, or Long John Silvers. All right, now we got some climbing to do. It may not look like it on here, but that's about a 45-degree up. And we've been climbing for a while. Heading up Bear Mountain. Bear Mountain, Connecticut, not to be confused with Bear Mountain, New York. You can tell it's a Saturday. This is the top of Bear Mountain. And that last view was the view from Bear Mountain. But it's a popular tourist place and it's packed on this Saturday. Oh, went up and over Bear Mountain. And guess what? Check this out. I'm in Massachusetts, state number 11. Wow. I don't know. It seems like things are going real fast all of a sudden here last few days or weeks. So Massachusetts is another fairly short state. And then all we have left is Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. I don't know. It's like thinking back to the day I started. If you would have told me then, you know what, you're for sure going to make it to Massachusetts. It's hard to believe. Even though deep down I know I'm making it all the way, it's still hard. This area has just been beautiful. It's called like Cesar Ravine. And there's this waterfall. And there's just like layers of falls on down. View from Mount Race. Let's try not to slide down that thing. My goodness.
Shit.
That's straight down. Let's look at this big view. All right, here we are, the viewless peak of Mount Everett. Oh, I can attest, it was a grueling climb up. It says grueling both ways, so I'm guessing.
It's basically Everest.
It's basically Everest. We basically climbed Everest. I'm gonna take a break before I go down. Oh my goodness. A rock just rolled under my foot and my left ankle, the one I've been having lots of trouble with the last few days, rolled hard. I almost fell down. I stumbled a few times. I only stayed up because of my trekking poles. And I'm limping pretty good right now. Oh. I think it's be okay. But man, I'm struggling the last few days. His ankle's been giving me grief. I think these shoes are shot. They've only got a little over 400 miles on them. The last pair are the same ones I wore for like 600, just over 600. But these were on all the rocks, so I think they're done. But I wasn't planning to get new shoes. I had it planned for 200 miles or over 2 weeks from now. So I'm not sure I'm gonna do about that yet. Oh my goodness. Man, I don't know. The ankle's hurting. But let's see. So tomorrow, I've only got about a half mile to go. Once I get to this campsite, we only have like 8 miles to go tomorrow. We're going to Nero into Great Barrington. And then we did decide for sure. We already got a hotel. We're going to zero on Monday. And then we're going to go do our own things after that. So we're going to have one last Nero and zero together. And I'm kind of glad we're splitting up because I got a new best hiking partner. Ibuprofen. Sad but true. Good evening. It is about, I don't even know what time it is, like 6-ish maybe? 7. I was way off. So it's 7 o'clock. We have a really huge campsite and there's one tent over on the edge. We haven't seen anybody around it. No one else around. As I say that, I thought I heard somebody coming. There's Moss's tent and mine right back there. So the big highlight of the day, we got into Massachusetts. My feet hurt and I'm ready to go to town. So we have for sure decided, I think I told you this morning already, we are going to do a Nero in tomorrow. We have 8 miles. Our hotel is by a brewery and a grocery store. And I'm probably going to go to Walmart because I'm going to see if I can find some cheap insoles maybe just to get me by for a couple weeks. But I probably won't do it till the next day. I'll just play it by ear and see. Anyway, I'm ready to get everything ready and get to bed. I'm kind of tired. Moss has been falling asleep while she was cooking her food. And I think that's all I got. Have a good night, everybody, and stay tuned next time because we're going to be heading into Great Barrington. And sadly, this next video...
Breakup episode.
The next video is going to be our... Moss is calling it our breakup episode.